Today, we are going over the top 10 worst Beyblade Burst characters. Now, this hurt a lot because generally, I know I'm biased, but I think most of the characters are pretty damn likable. I like most of the characters. Either they're so bad that they're good, kind of like Stan, or they're just good. But I picked out the 10 that either I just don't like or I thought were useless and didn't need to exist. So let's get right into it. And this is just my opinion. If this offends you, genuinely just cry about it. It's a anime that's been dead for like 5 years. Why do you care? And I guarantee no one's gonna care because most of my takes aren't too hard. At number 10, we have got Igger Akabane. Okay, kinda. Igger Akabane when he's evil. I just thought he was kind of cringe and not very intimidating, and I just didn't like him. I wasn't really an Igger fan at all back then, but like when he was good, he was okay. But I just thought he was kind of annoying when he was evil. Not annoying, but I just didn't like him. That's really all I gotta say. I just didn't care about him. I didn't think he was cool like Red Eye, who was actually cool when he's evil. Evil Igger was just not cool. He was just kind of lame. Then we got number 9. And number 9, if you guys don't remember, you guys might not remember this character if you haven't watched Beyblade Burst Evolution in a while, because that just shows how useless he is. And that is Rickson Clay. If you guys don't remember this lad, he was on BC Soul. He was actually on the main squad. But the thing about Rickson is, he is useless. He did not need to exist. I don't, like, they could have just used that role for anyone. Rantaro or anyone could have filled the role that Rickson played. And, like, they gave him a little bit of an arc about, like, he quit his old team to join BC Soul because his dad was too strict. But they could have just either not put that in or just did that with Sasha or something. Because genuinely, no one cares about Rickson. He is useless. He's weak. He's lame. Like, literally, if you look at BC Soul fan arts, he's never on them because no one cares about him. He's useless. He's ugly. His personality is stupid and one-dimensional. Like, he's just stupid. He just doesn't need to exist. Why does he look like that? He's like tiny eyes and like his weird cheek thing. He's like, why does he have that's just my opinion. I just think he did not, like, what is the reason he existed? Like, does he have like a bay in the manga? I don't think so. I think he's just totally pointless. And I think Evolution could have been better if he was not there. And like, literally, if Daigo or something could have been on the team and just filled his role, his pointless role, that would have been better. Alright, enough blabbering about that. Let's go on to number 8. At number 8, we've got Hannah Surya. Specifically when in Quad Strike. In Quad Drive, I thought she was smart, helpful, even had some development about like Bastero leaving. I did not mind Hannah in Quad Drive. I actually thought she was kind of interesting. But in Quad Strike, all she was reduced to as a pre-fangirl who is like, all these boys are so annoying. Stupid Belle, Ranzo, you're so stupid. Like, that is all she was reduced to in Quad Strike. She just was like, oh my gosh, Pree's so cool. Belle, you're so stupid. And, like, she literally, Belle made a new launcher for, like, you know, the tournament that was coming up. And she stole it from him and gave it to Pre because Pre deserved it or something. Like, she was just absolutely so annoying in Quad Strike. Just, Pre can fight her own battles. She does not need you riding her to the top or something. I don't know. But I just thought she was really useless. And, you know, if Pastor wasn't there, you did not have to be there. Go cheer on your brother and stop cheering on this girl you just met just because she's a girl. I don't know if that's why, but, like, what other reason does Hannah have to worship Pre like a god? But, yeah. Anyway, number 7, we got a member of the Snake Pit. I could have also put Gray Eye here. Honorable mention to Gray Eye. He was just pretty... Yeah, I just don't like that guy. I don't know why. I just didn't like him. But he is not the Eye that I chose Some of you may think it would be Yellow Eye for his annoying vibe, but I actually like Yellow Eye. He's kind of cool. He's kind of a chill guy. But I am choosing for the number 7 spot to be none other than Violet Eye. Just an absolute disgrace of a human being. Sure, he has a cool design, and the fact that he has Wyvern is kind of cool. But other than that, I feel like it's just so dishonorable for what he did. If you guys don't remember, in Beyblade vs. Evolution episode, I want to say 19 or 20, he battled Wakia with the Battle of the Wyverns, and he thought it was a good idea. I guess throughout like the maze, he found out that Wakia was scared of heights, so he used that and did a super high stadium. Like, how pathetic are you, man? Like, how pathetic are you? You can't win with honor. You have to cheat. Well, like, it's not cheating, but you're like using your opponent's weakness outside of battle. Like, not like a Bay weakness, but like weakness in character against them. Like, that's not fair. And I'm biased because I like Wakia, but I just think that's kind of pathetic. Even Shu, or should I say Red Eye, not Shu, Red Eye called him out and said that's kind of lame. Because it is kind of lame. I think that's pretty low. Anyway, let's move on to number 6. At number 6, we have Anna Mark. So I'm going to talk about something real quick. There's this thing, this like trend of me hating side characters that think they're main characters. And she's the first one. So basically, her looking like this basic ass side character is mad because I think like Volt and his friends, you know, made like like they knocked a statue over and like dishonored Espirios, and she was mad about that. And then she was like giving a speech about how it's dishonorable or something like that. And I just felt like it was really unnecessary. And like watching like Renwu just taking that role or something. I just felt like she acted like she's the main character when she's not. She's relevant and yeah. And I think she's overrated. I feel like fan art of her. Like, why? He was in like 2 episodes and was useless in them. Anyway, let's go to number 5. We have Jango Del Toro. So basically, this guy is kind of one of those characters, those side characters that think they're the main characters. To this guy, get this. He's a top A-class blader. He thinks he's all that. And then 2 new bladers come. Jango still acts like he's better than them. They beat him. He still acts like he's better. And then he thinks that they're being biased when they get moved up to the A-rank bladers. And he goes down to the B-rank bladers. Instead of working to get better or accepting his failure, he quits the team because he can't handle being seen as a B-class blader. It's just pathetic. He's just a loser. Like, come on. You're that jealous and you think that it's like unfair or whatever. It's not. You're just a bad blader, man. You're just not very good. At number 4, we have this man. If you don't recognize this guy, this is Ivan. He was on BC Soul for like 10 episodes. I think he quit on episode 10, and I don't like quitters when they quit for stupid reasons. So let's go get over his character and why I don't like him. 1, he looks like raw ham. I don't know. That's just what he looks like to me. And number 2, he is like, you know, like, I can't remember exactly what he does, but he like hates himself. He's like so pessimistic about everything. Like, it's like, oh, Volt's doing really good. It's only a matter of time till he loses. Oh, you did great in battle. Oh, no, I didn't. I'll lose the next one. Like, that's what he's like. He's just pathetic and sad all the time. And he's weird looking, looks like ham. But he's like Volt, you know, the blah blah blah, Volt and Rantar are good bladers, and he's sad because he's not. He's like, you just don't need me anymore. You've outgrown me. Like, shut up, man. We don't care about you. Stop acting like you're important. You are a side character. Anton does his job. If you don't know who Anton is, I'll show him on screen. He does his job. He stays irrelevant and pointless. Like, no one cares about Ivan. I'm guessing most of you guys don't even remember Ivan, even though he had this quote-unquote emotional moment. He didn't, because no one cares about him. And yeah, he quit the team to be a bay trainer, whatever the heck that is. Anyway, let's go on to number 3. Number 3, we have an actually somewhat major character that you guys will remember, and that is Theodore Glass. Now this guy, you're supposed to hate him, so they did a good job. It's not like these other characters that I mentioned where I think they shouldn't have existed, or I thought they were useless or whatever. Theodore did a good job at his part. Probably one of the best villains because he made most of the fandom hate him so much because of the horrible things he did. You know, he manipulates kids to, like, make the strongest Bay, which is just kind of weird. He did the Shadow Bladers. He copied Bays. Unforgivable copying Bays. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, he's quite evil, and he's so condescending about, like, how he talks to everyone. No, that's not the word. Like, I don't know, just how he talks. He just thinks he's always right, and, like, his plans are perfect, and he just good job being hateable. But I only put him at 3 because he does a good job, and, you know, the show would have not been the same without him. Like, without Theodore, or Ashton, whatever you want to call him, Evolution would not be the same. So that's why I only put him at number 3. At number 2, this is another trend of, actually, all the Beyblade generations have this weird trend where they have these annoying side characters that, like, just stick around the protagonist and be useless. And they're really weak bladers and trash. Some examples will be in Metal Fight, we had those 3 guys, like Akira, Tomisu, and someone else. Remember them? Yeah, and then in, like, Burst, we had, like, Momoka and there's some other guys, but she was, like, the important one. I was thinking about putting them on the list, but I thought they were too relevant. But we're gonna go for some of my least favorite, that being Chuck, Guy, and Reina. But for the sake of this list, I'm choosing Chuck as the worst of them all, solely because of his annoying voice. They're all annoying and useless and weak, and again, I feel like, you know, like someone like even like Toko and Nika could have came back and took their place as being those training partners. Like, these guys did not need to exist. They never really, like, showed, like, a friendship. Like, I know they were supposed to be, like, friends of Hikaru and Ayuga, I guess, but never really showed, like, a bond or a friendship or anything. They were just there to lose. But I'm choosing Chuck because he has an annoying voice. But yeah, I don't like them. I don't like Chuck especially. I just felt like they didn't need to be in the show. I think we could have just had anyone else, or just no one. Hikaru and Ayuga could have just trained together without those idiots. Anyway, before we get to number 1, let me show some honorable mentions. Like I mentioned, Momoka and the gang. Taka, maybe? Some characters that were, like, kind of mid. Maybe, like, Kurt or Kyle, Ranjiro. Just kind of mid characters like that. I don't really have a bond with them. Anyway, let's go on to number 1. The number 1 worst Beyblade Burst character is none other than Volta Oi. So annoying, and I'm obviously joking before you guys rage comment. The real number 1 is none other than not Hoji Konda, but Cooji Konda. The worst Beyblade character. He does everything bad in a character. Let's talk about, first, I'm going to get his appearance and voice, both annoying. He looks like Hoji, but he just looks like Hoji, which is like a lazy design. It's kind of cool that he was in season 1, but how does his voice get higher pitched? And he had a deeper voice in season 1. That's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about his personality. What did I say? I hate useless side characters, and I hate side characters I think they're the main character. And Cooji amplifies that better than anyone else. So basically what Cooji did is he was mad about something. It's been a while, but I just remember this guy being so annoying. He was mad about like Igger coming in and like being a good blader. And he's like, you're gonna pay for making us look like a fool. And then he loses so bad. And he's just useless and around all the time, even after that. And he's just always angry. Like, why are you so angry, man? You didn't get injustice done to you. You're a loser. Anyway, what do you guys think? Good opinion, bad opinion? Should 5 been on the list? I know you probably think you should have. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peekaball is out.